Hello guys, it's me Milky. Today I'm going to reveal to you how I make Friends Till Death pages in general. Like which programs I use, how I line art and color, stuff like that. If you'd like me to go into greater detail on certain points, let me know in the comments below. I'll try to make more videos then, I guess. Although I really hate making videos, to be honest, this is super hard. So it all begins in Paint Tool Sci. I'm very fond of sketching with this specific program. I don't know why, habit I guess. As you may see, the initial sketch of the page is already done. I drew it myself, I swear. Now that you guys begin suspecting me just because I didn't record how I sketch, that's an impossible task for me to record the sketching process since I pause like every 5 seconds to browse the internet or get a snack. Do you know how long I'd have to edit the footage like that, having to cut every 5 seconds? Please, I'm just a mortal. Anyway, I sketched this page myself with my own 2 hands, according to the script, which was already written a few weeks in advance. This saves a lot of time having a plan to work according to, believe me. I was dumb enough to draw pages on the go, and it wasn't pretty. I could sit for hours staring at a single panel, thinking about what should come next. Just write the script beforehand, guys, no excuses. Start today. The story happening in this page takes place in the bathroom, which I conveniently designed in 3D beforehand. It's no big secret that I don't draw backgrounds for Friends Till Death, but use 3D models instead. I mean, life is short. You should enjoy it and not waste it on drawing backgrounds. No one pays the slightest attention to backgrounds anyway if you're making a character-driven story. Everyone's interested in what the characters look like, what they're doing, what they're saying, and how their naked butts look like. I'm still stupid enough to put effort into the backgrounds. All of my backgrounds are made in Google's SketchUp Make, which you can download for free, find it on the internet. Here's the cute, cozy little bathroom I've put together. If you'd like to learn how to use SketchUp Make, let me know. Although it's a fairly easy to use program with tons of online tutorials, you can find them yourself. I've pasted the backgrounds into the panels already and drew the characters into them. If you're wondering how big my pages are for some reason, fear no more. The canvas size I use for most of the pages is 1300 pixels to 1820 pixels. Don't ask me why it's 1820 or why these numbers in general. I honestly have absolutely no idea. A fairy whispered the numbers in my ear. Okay, so we have our initial sketch with backgrounds. I'm saving it as a Photoshop file since this format is recognized by pretty much all of the art programs. We're moving on to the second and also the most important and most beautiful program ever. It's a crime if you're drawing comics with line art and aren't using this program. I send you to 5 minutes jail if you don't have it. Club Studio Paint, music to my ears. It has everything you need for making comics. Thousands of helping tools and tricks. I'm guilty of not using them all or not knowing how to use them correctly, but I still always watch new tutorials whenever I have time. We slap our Photoshop file here. Moving on, I'm about to make separate panels. I do it in my own kind of way. I don't like creating separate masks and or layers for every single panel like the program wants me to do, and this is just too much work. So what I do is I just cover the entire page with one giant rectangular panel and then separate this one big panel into smaller ones using the super duper incredibly handy tool created only for your convenience as a comic artist, serving its purpose to the highest degree of satisfaction. What is happening here? Okay, my tablet is a bit cranky here. This is going to take a while. There, perfection. Next, we're going to do the most fun part, line art. First, I'm creating a new vector layer inside the panel group. Now, this step is vital. This is what sets this program apart from the other ones. You want to make a vector and only a vector layer for the line art because it allows you to do neat things to the lines later. It also makes them look cleaner and prettier. I don't know how I used to line art inside, it was a mess. My pen of choice here is the Turnip pen. It's a standard pen for this program. I didn't tweak any of the settings for it, just use it as it is. You should know how lazy I am already at this point. I do my lines 1 to 3 pixels wide, and you know what? The vector layer allows you to change the line width after you're done with the line art. How cool is that? Okay, watch me line art now. I'm not especially careful or diligent. I mean, I've got a lot of pages to make. Just doing my thing, man. I'm going to fast forward here, obviously. Let's slow down a bit on this part. I want to show you another benefit of the vector layer. Gonna do Harris's hair now. Okay, no, this looks ugly. One more time. So now, imagine you're drawing your perfect line and whoops-a-daisy. Oh no, how terrible. Perfect line ruined. Do I really need to hit the undo button? Even though I like how the hair turned out? No, I don't. I go into the eraser settings, make sure that the vector eraser option is checked. Then I choose the erase up to intersection option and look. Just the line you don't need disappears. Up to the intersection with another line. Best tool ever! It doesn't matter what kind of line you draw. Look, it erases everything you don't need without touching your perfect line art. Incredible, my man! Now, if it still isn't enough proof for you that you should get Clip Studio Paint, please continue watching. The line art is done. It's time to delete the underlying sketch layer. It won't be missed. Rest free in pieces. The next step is to insert the speech bubbles. I usually do this before doing the line art, but I was so nervous drawing this page for the video I just forgot. Mom's spaghetti here. I'm copying the script, and as you've already guessed, Clip Studio has special tools for speech bubbles as well. I used the curved balloon tool to make my speech bubbles look more lively. You can correct the bubbles any way you want afterwards. Watch me do just that. In the end, I add the tail to the balloon using the balloon pen tool and Bob's your uncle. Don't forget to save your work from time to time. The only problem here is that if you save the page as a Photoshop file in the Photoshop format, then decide to close and reopen it, the vector layers won't be saved. If you want to continue to work with your vector layer after you close and reopen the page, I suggest saving the file in the Clip Studio format. Next step, I open the file in Photoshop. It's the third program we're using already. Making art is hard and expensive, man. We need Photoshop to make the backgrounds transparent because now the backgrounds are just PNG images pasted into the page. I have a separate detailed tutorial on my Patreon about how you make the line art transparent so that you could color inside it. I'll leave the link in the description for you guys. Back to Clip Studio. I only have 4 layers now: the speech bubble layer, main line art layer, backgrounds line art layer, and the white background layer. Keep it simple, guys. We're finally going to color this bad boy, the most draining part of the drawing process, for me personally at least. Just let me think some things quickly. Okay, first we choose the base color. It's the main color for the background. Usually it matches the color of the surroundings in the comic, like walls or the sky. The hue saturation settings in the tonal correction tab comes in handy. I opened the previous page to copy the colors of the characters from it because the action in this page takes place in the same surroundings as the previous page and in the same time of the day. These things affect what colors I'm using for the page. Clip Studio Paint allows you to color your line art using the paint bucket. For that, you need to set your line art layer as a reference layer. You do that by clicking the small lighthouse icon on your layer. When the layer is set, you create a new layer underneath it and just click on the spaces you want to fill with the paint bucket tool. Easy as that. This is some sort of computer magic, I swear. I personally thank God and Jesus for a good paint bucket. Make sure your lines are connected though, or else it'll spill all over the borders. Let me just fill everything quickly here. There, a colored page using ancient coloring magic. Adding some small details like sound effects. I'm very bad at graphical design, so my sound effects usually suck. Sorry. It's not something I pay a lot of attention to be honest. I'm happy with how everything looks. I merged the color layers. Now I lock the line art layer and color the lines. I rarely leave the line art black, but I rather choose colors like dark pink, purple or blue. It's barely noticeable, I know, but it makes a difference. It gives the page a softer, more lively look. Back to Photoshop again. Final touches. I copy the line art layer, then I go to the filter tab and choose blur, and then, I don't know how to read it correctly, Gaussian blur. The lines are now soft and fuzzy. This gives an even softer look to the pages. I like cute stuff, it's my style. Don't blame, try to understand and to forgive. I reduce the opacity of the blurry line art layer down to 30% so that it's not too fuzzy. Also reducing the opacity of the original line art layer to 90%. The final step is color correction. I just play with various settings in the image adjustments tab, just trying to achieve the look I want. The soft palette with colors complementary to each other, yet it still must look juicy. Adding a few more layers on top with various layer settings to have a glowing effect. People are like moths. They're attracted to light and shining, glowing things. I'm not an exception. To be honest, I regret putting so much work into coloring the pages. I wish I just went with flat colors or grayscale. You can see me working on this page for hours, so that someone could look for 10 seconds at it. I'm not working in optimal conditions, although I'm slowly trying to make things look simpler. We're done with the page now. I resize it to 800 pixel in the width, that's the standard size for webtoons if you're curious, and then save it as a PNG file. Phew, the page finally done! The video too! Hope you guys enjoyed it and maybe learned something new. As I already said, leave a comment below if you want me to explain something in greater detail, and I wish you all to have a great day. Bye bye!